we haven't played together in like 10 years, so, and Tommy never played with us at all because he left. So,
like a dick.
This is like a reunion fucking punch in the balls for us. Good stuff. Right.
My name is Jeffrey.
My name is Ben Tree.
My name is Tom Gilhooly.
Ben joined the Smooths, our old ridiculous ska band in Loyola. And then Jeff, I met, he became the bass player from the Smooths my junior year?
After our old band broke up, Jeff and Tom and I decided that we wanted to keep playing together, but we needed a singer and we put an ad in the paper.
That did happen, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right.
City paper
That's
ad.
what I remember.
Basically asking for Joe Strummer or Paul Weller.
My name is Andrew George Paul Summers. I am from Newcastle upon Tyne in the north of England. And there's this ad that just was like shining at me like a flashlight. It was like, are you Paul Weller? Do you think you're Elvis Costello? And I was like, yes, I do. Both of them.
Holy crap. Here's a fucking guy with an English accent that wants to fucking play in our band, and he plays guitar and sings.
Then I moved to California, and then they got a show like immediately after, and the first show was at the 930 Club opening for the Boss Tones, and I was like,
No, but we were waiting for him to leave before we actually told him.
Our old band worked with Joe Gittleman, the bass player for the Boss Tones. He produced our album, so they were coming to town, and they called us up because they didn't have an opening act for the show, and they knew that we were local, so they called us up and asked what we were doing, and we had to tell them that like we weren't really playing with that band anymore, but we had a new project, and they said, "Awesome, you're on."
And we knew that he was leaving, so we had to get Curtis, who was our drummer from our old band, to come and like learn all the stuff that we've done like real quick and fill in for that show. That was the only show that he played with us.
Yeah, there actually wasn't a band after that show. It was like, thanks, Curtis.
Yeah, and that was it. We didn't have anything, so we actually stopped playing for a bit.
Yeah.
Until
you came up with Curtis.
I came up with Aaron
from the tattoo shop.
I finally convinced Aaron that he should stop playing guitar and go back to drumming. It was an interesting situation because I was working at this tattoo shop and Aaron owned the piercing shop next door. And two of the guys that tattooed at the shop that I was working at had a band as well called Jesus Eater. And we were all like really good friends, so it seemed like every 2 weeks or something we were playing a show with Jesus Eater somewhere, whether it was here or in DC. The whole time all he wanted to do was play guitar.
We picked up Matt. How do we find Matt through?
I met him in the hallway of our old practice space at the Dust Factory. Right. One of those places.
Electric Factory.
Electric Factory, yeah.
I said, do you want to come and play? He said, what do you play? And I said, well, we play kind of like British punk rock stuff, you know, jam, can't feel. He didn't have a clue what I was talking about, but he just nodded his head and yes me to death.
And then we had some great shows.
It was good. I like being on the road. It was fun, a bit tiring, but it was fun. And I remember Jeff, after every little tour we did, would turn around and look at us, and after we dropped them off, and he'd be like, "Don't fucking call me for a week."
And then we had the typical band arc where the great shows turned into shows.
We were trying to get that kind of energy back in the music, and we weren't having success. And having played with Andrew before Matt, it was easy to just pinpoint what the problem was.
At one point he said that, I'm not even kidding, he said that he wanted this band to sound more like Mountain.
It just kind of fizzled out. I mean, as most bands do.
Tom moved back and wanted to start playing music like as soon as possible.
Why shouldn't we be in a band together? And I think those guys were kind of itching to play. I kind of can't ever live anywhere without playing music, so I was certainly ready to go.
I'd been writing these songs with Jeff. We had this scratch band called Four Tigers, and we were doing this ridiculous punk stuff.
Ben and I had done Ramones cover bands, Misfits cover bands, things to, get a little taste of rock.
So when Tom came back, it was just too easy. You know, we had a place to play. We all knew each other. We were all friends with each other already. We already knew songs together, and we had this whole bunch of new songs that we could easily jump into and learn. So within like a week or something, we had a legitimate catalog of stuff to play.
First show, November 17th, which is kind of funny that this will be my first show with the setup. I started this band like 12 years ago, I guess, or something like that. And this will be my first show playing with the band. First show ever.